News when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Monica Ricks. Peace talks are on pause between the U.S. and Iran now as Iran kicks off a days-long funeral for the late Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei. A powerful general who leads Iran's paramilitary Revolutionary Guard is there, showing his face publicly for the first time in months. General Ahmad Vahidi has become a major player in negotiating a permanent end to this war. The rush is on in Venezuela to find more victims of two powerful earthquakes that have now killed about 2,300 people. L.A. County Deputy Chief Chris Allender is part of an international rescue team there.
Everything is just utter devastation. I've never been in a situation where all of the high-rise buildings completely toppled.
The country's overwhelmed with bodies. Officials say they're struggling to identify and preserve. Another record for the Dow to end a shortened trading week on Wall Street. Bloomberg's Charlie Pellet has details.
A slower than anticipated increase in U.S. jobs drove most stocks higher as short-dated bond yields fell on bets that the Fed won't be forced to raise rates anytime soon. Chip makers, however, hit hard. All 30 members of the Philadelphia Stock Exchange's semiconductor index declined. The SOX was down. The Dow wrapped up a holiday-shortened week just above 52,900, a record. In New York, Charlie Pellet, Bloomberg Radio.
Oil's also down slightly, with Brent crude now trading under $72 a barrel. Citigroup analysts actually forecast we could see $60 to $65 a barrel by the start of next year as disruptions ease in the Middle East. Wall Street's taken a day off for July 4th, but global stocks are still trading. The FTSE in London and CAC in Paris are down about 0.1% right now. The DAX in Germany is up 0.4%. The Nikkei in Japan closed up 1.4% today. The Hang Seng in Hong Kong added about 1.2%, and China's CSI 300 gained 0.6%. Here at home, President Trump and his allies are renewing a push to reshape the Federal Reserve after the Supreme Court blocked his effort to fire Fed Governor Lisa Cook. Bloomberg's Enda Curran weighs in from Washington.
The political pressure on the Fed, even though it seems to have quietened down with new chairman Kevin Morse taking over, it hasn't gone away. And our colleagues reporting that the White House is determined to continue to look for ways to get some of its own supporters onto the Fed's board.
Former Fed Chair Jerome Powell's also a target, and a vacancy atop the Atlanta Fed is also seen now as an opportunity to exert influence over the central bank, with Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent tapping his network for potential candidates. Microsoft has tasked thousands of workers to help customers deploy AI. Bloomberg's Andrew O'Day reports.
Setting up a new organization with 6,000 employees with experience in engineering, corporate training, management, and industry-specific skills to help businesses with the technical and strategic work of deploying AI. Microsoft hopes the organization's benefits go both ways, not only getting businesses set up with AI, but learning more about what they'll want and need down the road. Andrew O'Day, Bloomberg Radio.
Three-time Olympian David Hearn is now facing charges for damaging the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool, including destruction of property, which could get him 10 years behind bars. U.S. Attorney for D.C. Jeanine Pirro talked to reporters about how he allegedly did it.
Did he have any tools, or was it just his bare hands?
Right now, we believe it's his bare hands, both hands.
So does that indicate in your belief that it was probably damaged before, or do you believe that he...
Oh, he damaged it.
Further, but do you believe it had already been damaged before?
He damaged the pool.
Hearn admits he touched a piece of the coating, but says it was already peeling. The Trump administration's latest plans for its border wall are drawing some opposition now, deep in the heart of Texas. Bloomberg's Nathan Hager explains from Washington.
A recently updated map from U.S. Customs and Border Protection shows about 2 miles of the 30-foot steel barrier would run through Big Bend Ranch State Park. That's setting up a clash with park lovers, many of whom are Republicans who otherwise support the Trump administration's border policy. Critics say the wall will mar a wild expanse of rugged canyons and desert along the Rio Grande. CPB says there are no plans to build a wall in the nearby Big Bend National Park. I'm Nathan Hager, Bloomberg Radio.
Security will be tight today at Madison Square Garden in New York, where Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are tying the knot in a private ceremony. Reports say the couple's already married, but the NYPD sniper team has set up on the stadium's roof, and police have already put up barricades around the venue to keep people from sneaking a peek at all the excitement. And it's going to be hot. Here's Bloomberg meteorologist Craig Allen.
This is turning out to be a wicked heat wave for almost half the nation. Hundreds of records will be set. and millions of people continue to suffer from the triple-digit heat and high humidity. New York City peaked at 100 yesterday, tying a record. It was even hotter in nearby cities, and Boston's 101 was a record breaker. Same for D.C.
Extreme heat warnings will stay in place through Saturday. The U.S. has World Cup fever. Fox Sports says more than 24.4 million viewers watched the U.S. beat Bosnia Wednesday night, making it the most watched soccer telecast in English language history. Yesterday, Spain, Portugal, and Switzerland scored wins. And later today, the action continues with Australia taking on Egypt, Argentina playing Cape Verde, and Colombia going up against Ghana. And that's news when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Monica Ricks, and this is Bloomberg.